Welcome back to another episode of Carson's Aquatics. Today is a very exciting day, and that is because we are going to be putting the first ever fish in the new pond. In case you're new here, this right here is my front yard pond. I finished building this like 2 or 3 weeks ago. It turned out amazing, and ever since I finished building this, I've been absolutely pumped to start putting fish in here. And the reason I've waited these 2 or 3 weeks to start putting fish in here is because I've actually been waiting for this pond to cycle. To sum it up, I basically just had to wait for this pond to become an actual ecosystem. I had to wait for enough like bacteria to build up in the pond and for the ammonia and nitrate and nitrite to level out. It's a whole big thing, but I believe this pond is ready to go. And I say that because pretty much all of last week this pond was extremely foggy and super nasty looking, but then literally overnight the thing completely cleared up. And a similar thing happens in aquariums whenever you like don't properly cycle it. Basically the tank will get like extremely foggy for weeks, sometimes even months, but then all of a sudden it'll just clear up, and that's usually a sign that it is cycled and safe for fish. So I believe that's happened here, just on a much bigger scale, because this water is just crystal clear. So today we are going to be adding the first fish to this pond, but before we do that, there are a few things I want to do. First of all, if you take a look right over there, if you look real closely under that flat rock, you can see that is the skimmer, which basically sucks in all the leaves and other floating debris in the pond and catches everything in a basket and a filter pad, which you'll see in just a sec. So I'm going to go ahead and clean out the skimmer because I haven't since finishing this pond. So there's definitely a lot of stuff gathered up in here. And oh yeah, got a bunch of sticks in here. Yeah, there's the basket full of leaves. So I'm going to go empty that. And then also in the skimmer we have a filter pad that catches everything that's too small for the basket to catch. So you can see like smaller pieces of leaves, pieces of grass, whatever. So I'm actually going to go get the hose and spray this down. We're gonna get that all loaded back up into the skimmer. Alrighty guys, so now that the skimmer is all cleaned out, I actually want to fill up this pond a bit more because it is not exactly at its like max water level. It still has room for like another inch and a half of water. So I'm gonna put this right in here, and I'm gonna give this a little twist, and we're gonna let that fill all the way up. And while that's filling up, I actually want to grab this and this. This right here is pond water conditioner, which pretty much removes the chlorine from the water. So we're gonna add in some of that. And then this right here is beneficial bacteria starter. Like I said earlier in this video, this pond should be cycled, but it won't hurt to add some of this. So we're just gonna give that the old dumperoo, be real generous with it, and that should be good. And now the pond is looking just about full. So we're gonna turn this off. And now this pond is officially ready for fish. And you guys are probably wondering, what kind of fish am I gonna put in this pond? And there are a few different answers for that. Today, in this video, we're gonna put some rosy red minnows in here. I have a bunch of them in my turtle tub inside in the fish room. And we're gonna see exactly how many I have, and if I don't have enough, we'll run over to the pet store and pick up some more. But yeah, today we're just starting with the minnows, and then in a couple videos we're gonna move my koi and my goldfish in here, which are also in the turtle tub right now. And then I may or may not put my 3 plecos in here. I haven't decided on that yet. I'll probably at least put one, the biggest one, in here. But then after we put all the fish that I already have in this pond, then we're going in the native direction. I'm gonna catch bluegill, sunfish, probably a bass, possibly a crappie, maybe even like a little bullhead catfish. I don't know, and I'll actually leave that up to you guys. Leave a comment down below on what kind of native fish we should catch for this pond. Yes, we are going to catch them, and those are going to be some awesome videos, so be ready. I wanted to put native fish in here last year, but the pond was pretty small last year, if you guys remember. I think it was like 200 gallons last year, which might have been big enough for like a bluegill or 2. But now this pond is much bigger. I believe it's about 500 gallons now, so we definitely have room for some bigger native fish. But like I said, before we do all that, we have to put the minnows in here. And with that being said, we're going to run down to the fish room and catch all of our rosy red minnows out of the turtle pond. Alright guys, so I got all the rosy red minnows out of the turtle tub, and I actually didn't realize how few of these guys I actually have. There's only 5 in here. I'm pretty sure there used to be a lot more in the turtle tub, so I guess Sheldon Jr. probably got a hold of a few of them. But I definitely want a lot more than 5 of these minnows in this pond. So we will have to run over to the pet store and pick some more up, but first we are going to get these guys acclimated and into the pond. And to acclimate them, I'm going to get some pond water in this pitcher and dump it into the bucket that they're in. And we'll do that every few minutes, and then here in about 10-15 minutes they'll be ready to go into the pond.
A few moments later.
Alrighty guys, it's been about 10 minutes. These guys are completely acclimated and ready to go into the pond. So I'm gonna try and catch them all in this net at once. Yep, got all of them right there. And I've got my GoPro rolling. We're gonna get a little underwater release, and here we go. So So yeah, there it is, the first 5 fish in the new pond. And I know it's nothing crazy, they are just rosy red minnows, but that's what we have to do before we can get the main cool fish for this pond, which will be coming very soon. We just have to make sure these fish are good and the water's good, and then we can get into the exciting stuff. But right now I am going to run over to the fish store and pick up quite a few more of those rosy red minnows. Obviously only having 5 in the pond is next to nothing. I'm looking at the pond right now and I don't see any of them. And even though they aren't the main fish, I still want to be able to see them in the pond. So I'm probably going to get like 20-ish of them. I don't know, we'll just see when we get to the fish store, but definitely want quite a few more. And with that being said, we're gonna run over to the fish store right now and pick up those rosy reds. Alrighty guys, just got done inside of the pet store. I'm actually in the Burger King drive-thru right now. But I got our rosy red minnows. I got 25 of them. So we're gonna get these guys home and get them in to start acclimating. I'm gonna munch on my Burger King and then we're going to get these guys into the pond. I'll see you at home. Alrighty guys, we are back home, back at the pond, and you can actually see one of our rosy reds right under there. Then all the others seem to be in hiding. And it's actually starting to rain out here, so we're gonna quickly get these guys in there to start acclimating and give them about 20 minutes. Then we'll get back out here and put them in the pond. So I'll see you in 20. Alrighty guys, it has been about 25 minutes, so our rosy reds are definitely ready to go into the pond. There they are right there. We got plenty of them. So we're gonna dump these guys into this net. And we've got the GoPro rolling once again, and here we go. And there they all go. Big school of them just went that way. Yeah, that is awesome. Oh, we got a bunch of them right over here. Check that out. Guys, I cannot wait until we put the bigger fish in here, like the goldfish, the koi, and when we start catching fish for it, I cannot wait. And there it is. All those rosy reds are in the pond, and it is starting to rain out here, so I'm gonna head inside. We're gonna let those rosy reds settle into the pond, and we'll probably check on them tomorrow, see how they're doing. And yeah, with that being said, I'll see you tomorrow. Alrighty guys, so it is the next day. Here's a quick look at those minnows. I don't know how well you can see on camera, but there is a big group of them right down there. Yeah, you guys can kind of see that. Not really too much has changed from yesterday, other than how like some of them kind of just go off on their own. I don't know if you can see that one over there. Just strolling around on his own. There's usually like 1 or 2 main groups, and then there's a bunch of singles just swimming around. I have seen them going in and out of the caves a bunch, and they're just exploring, and they seem to like it in this pond so far. And the main thing is that I don't see any dead ones anywhere in this pond, so that's a great sign. And yeah, if it keeps going the way it's going for the next few days, then we'll be right on track to put those goldfish and the koi in this pond. And then after that, we're gonna start catching the fish for it. Which reminds me, once again, drop some fish down below that you think I should catch for this pond. Native to Missouri, like bass, bluegill, sunfish. Like I said, maybe a small little bullhead catfish. I'd also be down to throw some wild cards in there, like maybe a red-tailed catfish, tiger shovelnose. We would have to bring those inside over the winter, which isn't a huge deal. But yeah, just let me know. I'm open to all ideas. That is gonna wrap up this video, and today's comment of the day goes out to. And if you want your comment to be the comment of the day in the next video, all you got to do is drop a comment down below, and that could happen. And if you liked this video, be sure to hit that like button, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, turn on post notifications, and I'm going to see you in the next video.